speaking of Stockholm syndrome, Tom, next story.
Yes. All right. So this has been quite the, I think, story as of late here. So our wonderful President Joe Biden has issued a full pardon to his son Hunter, who, as everyone knows, convicted earlier this year on federal gun and tax charges. So going back on what he said, almost a year ago, saying that he wouldn't get involved and everything else, because at the time it sounded good, but made a change, obviously, in his thinking, and now has pardoned him. So saying that he was selectively and unfairly prosecuted, those political motivations, that's what he's basically suggesting, that that's what happened in legal proceedings against Hunter.
Yes. So I've put together a slide presentation. So this is what he said exactly. He said, "I will accept the outcome of this case and will continue to respect the judicial process." I feel both ways about this. And on the one hand, the fucking guy's 82. Like, he's going to be dead soon. So from a very, like, I'm just a human on the planet and I love my children, like, stance. If Hunter has to serve the time, he's probably going to miss the next couple Christmases and fucking Thanksgiving. And then this 82-year-old man is going to die with a bunch of regrets about not seeing his son. Right. Now, his son did buy a gun while he was addicted to crack, which is another fucking thing. Like, you are Hunter Biden. Your father was a senator and then vice president and then president. It's just like Aaron Hernandez. I know you love murdering people. Just try not to murder. Stop.
Yeah, hold off.
Oh my God. You made it. You made it. You got the golden ticket. You do whatever the fuck you want. Just stop buying guns on crack. Stop murdering people. Just be happy. And I'll say this too about, I get why Biden would do this, but my father, I know if he was president, he would leave me in and he would like teach me a lesson. So he'd give me Diddy. You know, like some fathers are they're more strict about certain things. I don't know. How do you guys feel about the general pardoning of our boy Hunter Biden?
Well, first off, when did that guy start smoking crack? Like, what in your life leads you to be like, yeah, I think I want to smoke some crack? Have you guys seen a crack pipe?
What triggered that? I do want. That would be nice to know, like, what triggered that.
But if you're looking at the amount of pardons in themselves, I mean, yeah, Joe Biden pardoned 6,500 people for possession of marijuana. Wikipedia, thank you for that statistic. But other than that, he's only pardoned like 26 people, whereas in the 4 years that Trump was in office, he pardoned 237 people, and we don't know if he was related to any of those people.
Don't worry, I've done some research. Look at who he pardoned. Lil Wayne, for example, Kodak Black, Steve Bannon. Like, this guy pardoned, 143. Like, what? War crime convicts, white collar criminals. It was celebrities. I mean, this is the thing too. What Biden did was the most Republican thing I think a Democrat has done in a while, which is just, who the fuck cares about hypocrisy? I'm just going to do it. But the fact that Trump now is all up in arms about pardoning.
Well, of course, it's his agenda, buddy. But you like, even, okay, so if you even go back, like, Barack Obama pardoned 1,900 people. Bill Clinton pardoned 450 people. Like, it's just like, if you were president, would you not? You'd be like, hey man, you want a pardon, bro? I got that ability.
Well, this is why the system is so fucking obviously corrupt, but we're not going to do anything about it because, you know, we have Netflix and we have porn and we can, you know what I mean? Like, we're not uncomfortable enough. But here's some facts. 96% of candidates who spend the most amount of money when they're trying to get elected win the election. You know what that tells you? We're a fucking oligarchy, because where do they get that money? Lobbying dollars. Okay. So we know that we're an oligarchy. Then if you're friends with somebody in power, they can throw the judicial system out and just let you out of prison. And these are things that we know about the United States government, and we can't do anything or don't care. It's so bizarre.
Did Trump vote for himself because he's a felon, and according to the law, he shouldn't have been able to vote? So, like,
he only won by one vote too. So, like, that's a big deal.
I don't understand where we're coming up with all of these. I mean, I do get it. Just don't say it too loud, or they'll come and whack you.
But like, what do? We know this. We know if you're just friends with somebody in power, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Even if you do get in trouble and you get convicted, you can no, let him out. Lil Wayne, get the fuck out of here. I like your music. How many Lil Wayne songs do you think Donald Trump knows?
None.
Probably not many.
You think he
I don't
celebrates
think.
his
I
entire
don't know.
catalog? He really
Only-
likes the acoustic stuff.
He likes the ones with the Big Macs and the Diet
Yeah.
Cokes and the French
Oh,
fries.
yeah, right.
It's very
I
healthy.
think Lil Wayne has a
Mhm.
meal at the McDonald's these days, something like that.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Here's the other thing about Hunter Biden too. Like you think, okay, he may have been unfairly targeted because he was the president's son. Keep in mind though, he did lie on applications. He was on crack when he bought his firearms. He owed the IRS $1.4 million. That's not an insignificant amount of money for the average person. So, okay, witch hunt though it may have been, dude, you still owed $1.4 million in federal taxes.
Yeah, I honestly, the whole witch hunt thing, they can go eat a fat one on that one. People who do bad things probably deserve what they're gonna get.
Yeah.
I just feel like, highlighting events like this, for the sake of their political campaigns is.
Oh, of course they
dumb.
did. But the other thing too is Biden gave his like full and unconditional pardon for his son, meaning that anything that happened between this 10-year period, he can't be tried for. So he knows that Hunter did some other fucked up shit. Which
Oh,
is,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
politician doesn't?
Yeah.
well, it goes back to this thing like stop buying guns on crack. What is it that fucking hard to not buy a gun? And then, okay, you could have bought a gun and been on crack and nobody would have cared, but you lied on the application. Like, you're
Right.
not supposed to. What is going on? Also, how hard is it to buy? I've never bought a gun. Can't you just go and get one at Walmart? Like, they
It depends.
In the
Depends on where
Midwest.
you are.
Yeah, in the Midwest you can. You can go
Midwest,
buy a
yeah.
handgun.
Middle of the country, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, you
Uh-huh.
should
We
have just
can't.
came
We
to the
can't
Midwest.
being on the East Coast. Good lord, but yeah.
Yeah, he had to jump through some hoops. He was like,
Oh god, yes. You're gonna have to get a pardon. You're gonna have to get a presidential pardon or to get a gun out here for sure.
oh
But,
my fucking head. Just stop. Like Diddy's another one. This is another perfect example of somebody like, dude, you're a fucking billionaire.
You've reached your limit on talking. Shut the fuck up.
but yes.
I'd love that timer. That timer is amazing.
You know what I'm saying, though? I think Diddy, Aaron Hernandez, Hunter Biden, aren't they all in the same thread? You've made it. Stop fucking up. It's not that hard to not rape a bunch of chicks, I think, or buy
Do you
guns on
think
crack.
when you're so I think a lot of that is like what you're saying is the money makes it all go away.
Yeah.
Like when you're at that level of power and influential status. I know a lot of people don't even listen to Biden because he sounds like he's got some marbles in his mouth, but the point still stands. Like, do you get to a point in life where you just feel unconquerable? And if
I
so,
think,
I
and
wanna
I'm
make
probably
that
going to say
move
this a
on.
lot on this show, but I think it's the Game Genie thing. Do you remember Game Genie on Genesis and Super Nintendo? Did you ever play that? Or are you too young?
Well, I had a Super Nintendo, Eric. I'm not 12, but
Well, you look like a bearded 12-year-old. So remember, you used to think that playing a video game with unlimited lives would be fun. But once you did it, it was just like all the challenge was out the window, and then all of a sudden it's nothing. That's what these people are doing. They're living a Game Genie version of life. So you have to keep doing like wackier and dumber and more dangerous shit to get a thrill, and then all of a sudden you're in prison.